Whoa, that went through hyperspace? She's Deathwatch? It's so colourful! This is so awesome! What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to Rebels Season 2, Episode 13 and 14. Now, the last episodes were absolutely great, just dealing with Ezra's parental stuff and actually getting a confirmation on where they are. And sadly, they are dead, but it does make me so interested to see what that does mean for him going forward. We've seen two sides of Ezra. One where he believes that they are dead and without confirmation and how that affects him. And then one where we've seen that he has hope that they may be alive. So now I'm just wondering, where does this put him? What is he going to be like with the knowledge that they are actually fully dead? He no longer has that hope and he can actually mourn and he at least has people around him now to comfort him and support him while with the knowledge they are gone. Like, for so long we've seen him charge headfirst into dangerous situations. Like the last two episodes, he charged headfirst into the Inquisitors because he was impatient and wanted to find his parents. That was obviously not a good thing to do, so I'm waiting to see if he does develop on this now with the knowledge that his parents are actually gone. Like, will he no longer have this impatient streak in him, or will he be closer to the light, or does he still need that spiritual guidance from someone else, hopefully Ahsoka, to understand what light and dark is and that he does need to resist these bad impulses. But yeah, then the last episode also brought Leia back, which was absolutely so awesome to see. So I love how much it did with the rebellion and just seeing her again and just how capable she is as always. But the main thing was that the last episode did show that the rebellion is getting stronger. We now have the governor from Lothal, who is part of the rebellion now, and they've got 3 more ships, so they are growing, they are getting stronger, and I feel like that's going to set up alarms for the Empire. They're definitely going to try and fight back sooner rather than later, seeing the rebellion is growing. So definitely concerned about that, and I am waiting to see what their next move is going to be. But then I guess my main hope for these 2 episodes is that it goes back into the more character-focused stuff, because I want to see Ezra develop now with this new knowledge that his parents are fully gone, and I also want to see how Hera and Kanan's relationship to him changes maybe with this knowledge. What are they going to be like as now his full-time parents? That he doesn't have this lingering thought in the back of his head that he does have. Now his biological parents might be out there now. That's gone. So how is his relationship going to be like with his new parents? Is it going to strengthen? Is it going to diminish? Like, I'm waiting to see how this sort of adapts to the new knowledge that his biological parents are no longer with them. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Over there I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in. Back with the rebellion, love seeing this shot where they're going through all the new stuff and the ships. Just feels bigger.
We got the supplies. Fortunate to get away. The Empire's making our travels around the Outer Rim tougher.
Making it tougher, yeah.
We need a new hyperspace route in and out of the Lothal sector.
Interesting.
The system of Concord Dawn. It's a Mandalorian colony.
Mandalorian?
Concord Dawn is known for its elite warriors. They were brought in to train clones back in the war.
Ooh.
The question is, who are they loyal to? The Empire does occupy...
I heard Mandalorian. I'm thinking Sabine episode, maybe.
Years before the Clone Wars broke out, the Mandalorians were already at war with each other. This group called themselves the Protectors.
Were they? I mean, true. Protectors. So we know Sabine's lot, and then they also had the Crimson Dawn, was it? I believe that was what they were called.
To grow the rebellion, we need friends like these Mandalorians.
Okay.
We could have our root and a powerful ally.
Great, so it's a rebellion building episode. This could be fun, but I feel like it's going to be very tricky. You're dealing with Mandalorians. Oh, whoa! What happened to this planet?
Sure looks like it's been through a war.
This system has endured more than 100 wars. My people don't need a reason to pick a...
Okay. Feel like Sabine, yeah, true. I gotta go back into my mind of what the Mandalorians were. You had Sabine, who was like my main Mandalorian that I think of, and she was very peaceful. She was the pacifist. Yeah, they were a warrior race.
Attention unregistered ships. This is Fen Rao, protector of Concord.
Fen Rao.
We come in peace, Protector.
Peace? That's not a word I'd hear often.
Ooh. Great, doesn't like that.
Against the Empire.
You're the rebels I've heard about.
Ooh.
How unfortunate for you.
Great.
You haven't heard what we have to say.
I don't need to. Out here, I act in the name of the Empire.
No! What? In the name of the Empire? So they have these guys? And, okay, yep, and destroyed. Dead.
What do we do? What do we
Leave? I feel like you gotta leave. There's not really much you can do. He just said the loyalty is with the Empire. That's wonderful. And you're going down to the planet. Is that planet even like habitable with the giant hole in it? Yeah, why are they with the Empire then? That's, like, not great. What could the Empire do to them? Now they're dead. Please leave. What's the plan here? You're just evading. What are you doing? You're not talking to anyone. Just leave.
And I'll get your opening.
What about you?
Just follow orders, Sabine.
Oh.
Roger that.
Oh no, they're separating. No.
What are you up to?
Maybe you can impress them with your fighting ability? That could be something.
Prepare to jump.
Ah! Got one! And
Get going.
she's not gonna go.
Not without.
She's not gonna go.
I'll be right behind you.
She's not leaving. Nah. Oh, Sabine, is that her gone? Hera, no. What? No. What? That was fire. There's no way Hera would die, right? That's not that can't happen. How can she survive an exploding ship?
She was right behind me. Kanan, we didn't have it.
Sad music.
These Mandalorians work for the Empire too.
Oh, that went through hyperspace?
Hera!
You can see her. Get her on board now.
I see her. I see her, Kanan. It's bad.
Is the glass broken? What is happening? Get her on board immediately.
How is she?
Her vital signs have stabilized.
Okay.
She is going to...
Alive. Oh dear.
This is my fault. I shouldn't have left her.
There's nothing you could have done.
This is really horrible to see. Like seeing her so injured like this. So much for that hyperspace lane.
I'm so sorry, Hera. They're going to answer for this.
Revenge? Really? Oh no.
Battle of Megiddo. I know. I was there.
Don't know which battle that was.
Yeah? You want to negotiate? Let's negotiate by destroying their ability to attack.
Oh, she's definitely gonna go rogue.
I think you can infiltrate their base.
I believe I can.
We can take out their fighters, all of them.
I like this. We're seeing Kanan think through it calmly, but Sabine is just going in very aggressive.
Solo mission, and I'm taking it. I'm already one man down. I won't risk
No.
anyone else.
Sabine's going.
I know the Mandalorians. You need me on this.
Should be good. She's gonna come anyway.
We're a team. You can't go without us.
All of them? They all want to fight for Hera.
I'll take Chopper.
What?
But that's all. And this is not open for further discussion.
Sabine's so gonna sneak aboard.
Come on, Chopper.
Lingering shot. She's gonna sneak aboard. She's coming with them. Oh, she's so going. This is so personal to her now. There's no way she's not going.
I can hear you.
On the Phantom, though. Can she sneak aboard the Phantom? She can't really sneak aboard that. How can she? Okay, how is she going? There's no way she's not going.
Load up the intel Sabine gathered. We can pinpoint where their base is.
Haha, she did sneak aboard.
What do you mean, just ask her?
He means I'm standing right behind you.
So Chopper even knew.
You must be pretty distracted not to have noticed I stowed away. What are you really up to?
I'm going to destroy those fighters before they...
He wants revenge too.
Know you better than that.
Fine. I'm going to finish Hera's mission. We need to recruit the Mandalorians.
Okay, no, not revenge. Good.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we can still offer them a chance to change.
Nice. He's thinking like Hera.
Stuff doesn't work for everyone.
That's why we're at war.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, he's taking the Jedi approach and he's going with Hera's plan. So nice. Good. But Sabine is definitely the focus of this episode, right? She is so angry and wants revenge. It's her mother that's basically been hurt here. She's not going to let it stand. And she's a Mandalorian. She isn't chained by the Jedi philosophy. So Kanan might not want revenge, but Sabine definitely does, and I imagine she's going to get it. But then that's going to create a conflict between her and Kanan. Kanan wants to recruit them. Sabine wants to take them out.
But they're spread out, so it's gonna take me a while to plant charges. I think I brought enough explosives.
You think? Do they see you? No, they can't have seen you. Empire.
This arrangement is working to your benefit. I encountered a squadron of rebels.
Ah.
Not an entire fleet, a couple fighters. But my men and I took care of them.
If they return, be sure to...
Now the Empire know that they're out of this location. That's not good. That means it won't stay secret.
If that doesn't work out, then you get to blow up their fighters. We have a deal?
Fine.
Okay.
But not just the ship.
But she's definitely
Rao has to
focusing
pay
on...
for what he did to...
Yeah, she's definitely focusing on Fen Rao, the Protector. She wants that guy. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if, like, diplomacy does work and she still goes rogue.
2 rebels burned. The rest fled.
It's also so cool to see this relationship. It's father-daughter, isn't it?
Plant your bombs, but wait for my signal.
Like, just the way he's covering her as well, keeping her down. He's done a lot of that.
All right.
Hey, I trust you.
Oh. If she gets caught, that just destroys the diplomacy angle. Plus you're a Jedi, these are Mandalorian. This could probably isn't gonna go well.
I don't recognize you, so before I gun you down, why don't you tell me what you want?
Offering a meal, interesting. Cool. That could be poisoned.
In the Clone Wars, you fought in the third battle of Megiddo,
Use this connection. Good.
and I was there.
Yeah, Mandalorian.
You're a survivor. That explains how you got past my...
Okay, better.
Trapped by droids. You and your Skull Squadron flew into the Separatist fire over and over to
I trust nothing. You just grabbed a bowl of some unknown food.
You gave me a chance to live that day. Now I'd like to return the favor.
I would bet. She won't be reckless, right? I trust her. I feel like she wants revenge, definitely. But if she gets caught, that destroys this entire plan. And it's not like she can blend in either. She's a Mandalorian, yes, but she's far too colourful for these guys. Doing well so far. Don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught. No!
What was that?
You knocked your head? Did that give you... No? Okay, no. Okay, good. She's gonna get caught. I don't want to get caught. Come on, don't get caught. No!
How's it going, boys?
Where did you steal that armor from?
Hey.
I forged this armor with my family.
Ooh.
That's a bold claim. What's your house?
Ooh.
I'm Clan Ren, House Vizsla.
Ooh. Ooh. V, what?
She's Death Watch.
Yeah, that's Death Watch. No, okay, yeah, not Crimson Dawn. Who's Crimson Dawn? That's Death Watch. She's Death Watch?
I invoke the code to seek justice through single combat. Well, who's in charge here? The Empire or...
Sorry, that's just a huge thing there. Okay. Sorry for forgetting the Death Watch name. Crimson Dawn was something completely different. Oh, how have I messed that up? Yeah, there's Black Sun, Crimson Dawn, a lot of red and black colours and and like celestial stuff. Yeah, so now, she is Death Watch, and so Clan Ren, Death Watch, House of Vizsla. Pre-Vizsla, he's dead, right?
Mandalorian trespassers invoke the code. She claims she's House Vizsla.
Maul killed Pre-Vizsla. He is dead.
Let me handle this.
I'm afraid it's out of your control now, Jedi.
Okay, this is going into Sabine stuff. So she didn't give a chance for diplomacy. She's gone for Mandalorian.
Your house is an enemy to the Protectors. Call out your opponent for combat to the death.
She's Death Watch.
I call out you, Fen Rao. You're gonna pay for what you did to him.
Great. Oh no. No. So it's the Mandalorian challenge. This is what Darth Maul and Pre-Vizsla did, right?
But we'd rather leave here as friends.
He's already the
Oh
enemy.
dear.
Sabine, you know this isn't what Hera...
Can you reason with her?
I'm not planning on dying.
I'm afraid the only way you're getting out of here alive is if she kills me, and that is not going
I don't know. I feel like she's just gone up with so much in capability knowing she's part of Death Watch or was Death Watch or whatever that is.
You do this, you're no better than him.
You have to trust me.
Trust her.
The Empire is going to be all over this system and the fleet.
And you need to stop talking now.
I don't know if she has a plan or not. I'm concerned. This is so cool, but still. Okay.
There are alternatives to killing.
Does that mean she... Oh, whoa! That is insane. Okay, but no, that's you. Locking yourself in there? You need to make fun. Okay.
Capture them alive. I want them to watch their fleet burn.
Oh, okay. So what did this accomplish? And there's still one there. Great. So he's alive. You didn't befriend them. What now? I mean, you've got a bunch of their ships done.
You got to blow stuff up.
I thought you'd be happy I didn't kill it.
Very good aim.
Actually, I'm thrilled.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I wasn't able to set the charges on it before they captured me.
You're saying we should go after him?
Yes! For the first time today, we agree on.
Fine, but we are still not killing anyone.
Love making this hard for me.
Okay, this is answering my question on the whole morality side of things. So Kanan is definitely against killing. Sabine, not so much. Love it. He's already aboard. Can you slice it up, maybe? Force? No. Running towards it. Great. Oh, you got it. You're done. Yeah, he's done. Oh, no, he's not. Don't. Kanan, slice the engine. Slice it, please. Come on. Don't go into space.
Chopper, I think we're done here.
Oh, dear. He's going up. Kanan, you've got to do something fast before we start losing oxygen.
Just get up
Yeah,
here.
come on.
Okay, hang on.
I'm surprised he hasn't made the thing start spinning yet. Gonna lose oxygen soon. Aha! Yay! And down you go. Oh, there we go. There's the spinning. Phew.
Right here.
Ah! Haha. Maybe it's impressed them? Maybe this will do something. I don't feel like they're going to be friends after this. Save his life? Yep. Jump. Okay. Would he be friends after this? I do not know.
How do you feel?
Like a prisoner.
Pretty much.
Better get that.
Are you crazy? You can't let a prisoner receive outside communications.
He's not a prisoner.
Marshalling our reserve starfighters for pursuit.
Stand down.
You impressed?
Until I give the word, there is to be no mention of the rebels.
Okay.
And their ships are to be granted safe passage through.
Yeah, at least you didn't befriend them, you earned his respect. That is something. That's good. Life for life, maybe. Even, kind of. It was a forced life for life thing. Oh no, he's definitely prisoner.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Right now, we are only friends because we have to be.
Okay.
The last thing Rao wants is Imperial ships all over his territory, and that's exactly what he'd get if they found out he was our prisoner.
Oh, good. So it's kind of forced friendship.
Hera wants to see.
Oh, she's up. Good, good, good. She's gonna yell at them, isn't she?
I hear we're taking prisoners now.
I like to think of him more as a...
Not angry at them for doing this? Good.
There was no need to take their lives if we didn't have to.
Oh.
Sabine, you're sounding more like a Jedi than a Mandalorian.
I guess I've just been raised right.
Ah, so yeah, they are raising her. Oh. So yeah, your history is so insane. Death Watch, House of Ren, no, not House, Clan Ren, House of Vizsla, and then you're raised by these two, and it's just so, what in the world is happening with her? Okay, that episode was insane. First off, apology for my lack of memory in like Crimson Dawn, and then you had Black Sun. Those are gonna I'm gonna always confuse those. Because Crimson, Red, Black Sun, the Black Sun? They're both like suns. Dawn, Sun, it's all those related things, and they get confused in my head. Death Watch, that was what it was. Pre-Vizsla, I think, yeah, he died. Darth Maul killed him, I believe, and that's how he got to be. He got beheaded. Okay, memory's coming back. Memory's getting back. He was beheaded. Darth Maul took control of Death Watch. Darth Maul was still in control of Death Watch. I'm trying to figure out the connections now because it feels like so much has just exploded from this episode. Darth Maul was still in control of Death Watch when the Empire took over. He was captured. What happened to Death Watch after Darth Maul was captured? That is interesting. It seems like they're still going then. If Sabine is part of it. She claimed it as her own though. But she's with the rebellion. What is happening there? So okay, this is obviously a Sabine and Kanan episode. We got to see their dynamic and their relationship. Love that we got to see father-daughter, but there's definitely more focusing on Sabine and just the bombshell of her history. So we get Clan Ren. That is her clan. Then we have House Vizsla and Death Watch. I'm going to need someone to explain the hierarchy or whatever's going on with the houses of Mandalore. Because I can't remember, what was Sabine, Satine's house? I can't remember would she have a house? She was just Mandalorian. That's all I remember. Yeah, then you had Death Watch who tried to overthrow her. And Pre-Vizsla was the leader. Vizsla died, got beheaded by Maul. Maul took over. So it was Sabine must have been like related to that. Of course, she's young here. Maybe she was alive. She would have been alive during the start of it because she is older than Ezra. There's a good chance her parents were part of Death Watch. Then she and her parents aren't getting along, so she probably left her parents because of Death Watch, maybe. Joined the Imperial Academy, left the Imperial Academy after something terrible, and then joined the Rebellion. Her history is so insane and so interesting, and this is just what? But like the fact that she claimed it here, that like, what does that mean? Is she proud of being part of that house, or like, was it just because that's the only thing she can claim to? She's a Mandalorian, so she goes to that because she is part of it because of her birth. Like, I need to know what her relationship with that house is now. We know she is part of it, but does she like being a part of it? Why doesn't she not claim it? Like, why did she claim it, or why wouldn't she claim it? Like, there's so much stuff that was just mentioned here that was just thrown out. It carries so much respect, and it just elevates her so much, and just what we know about her. The last episode that she got elevated wonderfully well with Bounty Hunter Ketsu, and now this just went above and beyond, even though it was just one line of dialogue. But in general, I really enjoyed this episode with just what it did with Sabine and Kanan, where we used Hera to do that sort of stuff. Seeing her fight and like do the piloting thing, a little annoyed that she lost there, because we know Hera to be one of the best pilots in the galaxy. She got beaten and nearly died. So I guess it's cool to see that she does have her faults and that she can mess up. Like the situation, she came in trusting. She wasn't prepared for a fight, I guess. She wanted to be friends and she didn't want to hurt them because she still wanted them to be friends. She wasn't trying to kill anyone there. And that is why she lost, because she was fighting someone who definitely wanted her dead. But it's actually super impressive that she managed to escape and get out while the ship was in that condition. Her ship survived going through hyperspace like that. There was glass in the cockpit. It looked like the cockpit was blown open, yet she somehow survived. She is incredible just from that alone. But I love how that sparked Sabine's desire for revenge, and then Kanan doing his whole Jedi stuff, so we're getting to see more on the morality side of the characters, which is something I questioned, and I'm glad that has been answered here. So we know that Kanan is just flat out never kill anyone, no matter what. He didn't even seek to find revenge on Hera, so we get that done. But Sabine is more open to the idea of killing. And that is good because Mandalorian and Death Watch, so it makes more sense now. So I do like that we have this variety of morality within the group when it comes to killing. But I do love that we even get to see how Sabine is being raised by Hera and Kanan, and that it is causing her to find other ways to solve problems rather than killing. She doesn't have to kill when she doesn't have to. She still has that Mandalorian side of her where she will kill if necessary, but she has Kanan and Hera that have taught her that there are other options. You don't have to kill. It's just great in just, I guess, putting Sabine on the same level that Ezra is when it comes to having the parents be there. It almost makes me wonder if we're going to get like an episode with those two parenting Zeb. That feels like so out there because I feel like Zeb is far older than the others, but he's just very immature. But like after this, it puts Sabine on the same level as Ezra in terms of the relationship that Hera, Kanan, and him have, and now they've got the same relationship with Sabine, being her parents too. It feels so much stronger after this. I'd find it so funny if they do one with Zeb. Yeah, so we're back into the character-focused episode. So happy with this, and Sabine gets one straight away. So happy with that. Now diving right into the next one. Cannot wait to see who gets it next. A desolate planet. Have we been here before? This is the one with Hondo, wasn't it? I remember the little thing on top of the spire.
Ezra, I'm proud of you for taking the lead on this rescue mission.
Oh.
So where'd you hear about these refugees anyway?
Oh, you know, one of our contacts.
Now, what contact? What contact? I must maybe hope it's Hondo since the location is related.
There's no answer. We better hurry.
No, so they're trying. So Ezra's leading this mission. He's trying to rescue someone. So Ezra episode. I like trying to guess who's going to get it from just setup.
Oh no.
Great, rescuing them from the Empire. So who is it?
Drag those refugees out of there.
So already Empire evil going against refugees. Oh!
My people. The Lasat.
It's Zeb people! It's Zeb stuff! He's not alone! Survivors! Okay! So
For a nice long stay.
why?
More likely a blaster squad.
No. So they destroyed your planet, now they're rounding up refugees. Zeb straight at it, amazing. Save your people. Excellent.
Hello.
Oh no! He was you!
Ah, but I sold the Lasats to the Empire knowing the heroes would save.
You did that, really?
You being the heroes, of course.
Why did you...
Hondo is your contact.
To be fair, he contacted.
Because I knew these two belonged with that.
Ah! Hondo, that was good of you! Of course he got money from it.
By the Ashla, the prophecy.
What?
Yes. Captain Garazeb Oren.
They know him.
A reunion! I was right. How wonderful. Hondo could use a little help.
What are you doing? Why are you moving the body?
Do you remember me, Captain?
You look familiar.
He's been through a lot.
I served under you in the Guard. This is Chaba, the Wise.
Chaba the Wise.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Famous lady? Who's she?
Captain.
He never told any of us.
Oh, he was captain of the Honor Guard.
I forgot.
We have not.
Oh, they still look at him with such admiration. He definitely feels like he failed to protect Lasat because he's being the captain of it.
Fine as V.
You never were.
Perfect answer. I am so proud. I never had a student learn this quickly.
Oh,
Something wrong?
you being captured?
Distress call from an officer. Meeting an informant here.
Really?
How are you going to work your way out of this?
A group of Imperial fugitives? Rebels?
Ratting them out.
They just fled the area.
Where did they
Which
go?
way?
Oh, I understand, though, that there is a reward.
It's just delaying them. I love it. He's got to be with the rebellion at this point, or kind of, at least adjacent. He's good. He's going against the Empire, technically saving these guys. I'm guessing he bought them maybe, and then got them to Zeb and got money out of it. I'm so happy with his direction.
Look, the only safe system for us was Lasat, and it was destroyed.
How?
It was transformed as part of the future destiny of our
What?
people.
There's no future destiny.
Of your people, so you're not extinct? They're not just three of you?
We carry the ways of Lasan within us, and will until we reach our new home.
Okay, so you're a mystic then.
There.
Hondo, you led them to him! No!
The informant came through. We have the rebels in our sight. Move in, Manda. I want them alive.
I'm gonna choose to believe Hondo just believes that they're capable enough to take on these guys. Warn them.
Ezra, my boy.
It's your pal, Hondo.
Warn.
Just so you know, there are stormtroopers on their way.
How close are they?
Okay, he warned them at least. That's something. I'm choosing to be happy with him there.
So do we. Here.
Oh dear.
Oh no, we do not fight. It is no longer our
What?
way.
You had an honor guard. What?
You're Lasat. You're warriors. Of course you fight.
You changed your ways. Why?
We'll never get through now.
Well, we can't go back.
Oh, they're behind you and all of this. Come on. Hondo, I saw you. Why are you just staying? Are you gonna help? Oh, cool.
Hello.
Okay, he's helping, kind of.
Another rescue by Hondo.
What are you doing? Is he just being crazy?
Hold it right there.
You finally in trouble?
Well, this must looking grim.
Oh, you silly idiot. What are you gonna do? Like, Hondo is so weird to figure out. Like, I'm gonna choose he's kind of better now. He might have just sacrificed his own safety to help them, maybe. Like, he incriminated himself. I'm sure he'll figure his way out of it. He always does. And they've gotten away. Wonderful. Great, no.
Imperial cruiser, I see
You got this, you got this. Just go around. Ah, bye, Callus. And gone, yay.
I believe that was them.
Rebels escaped, but I think we have a way to find
Hondo.
them.
Well, good news. I will help.
No! You better be as unhelpful as possible.
Where is this new world we're taking you?
We do not yet have the location of Lyra-san.
Great.
There is no Lyra-san. It's a myth, an old legend.
Well, you don't really have any other option, do you?
To prepare the ritual that will guide us to our new home.
Okay, mystical stuff, maybe? He seems embarrassed by
Come
it.
on, I'll help you get set up.
So you clearly don't believe it. You're very upset. I think he's accepted that maybe that his species has come to an end. Maybe he clearly didn't know that these guys were out there. Did he think he was like the last? Yeah, he thought he was the last of his kind. Remember when they found the first Inquisitors?
Quiet, Chopper.
The Ashla led us to the pirate
The Ashla.
so that we may find our path to the new world.
And you may need Jedi help, maybe?
The Ashla.
The spirit of the galaxy.
The Force.
And it is through your force, our Ashla, that the prophecy comes.
Okay, so Force-sensitive Lasats.
The fool, simple and selfish. He would lead.
Okay.
Warrior, bold and bloodthirsty, to hunt the hope of tomorrow.
Okay.
The child saves the warrior and the fool.
Okay. Well, there's one child.
One child. And you're not rescuing this.
You already have.
Perhaps you are not the warrior?
Who is it? Oh dear, this is confusing. Of course, Force prophecies always are.
Well, finding these unfindable enemies of yours should be no problem, especially after we work out the details of my payment.
I assume you have a tracking device.
This is why I prefer to do business with the Empire.
He's stalling. He's stalling. He's being kind of good, maybe. He's difficult. That's it. He's kind of difficult with everyone. I'm gonna choose just believe he's good-ish.
The only fools I know are us for listening to this gunk.
What would you have us do, Captain? Fight? Did that serve us on Lasat?
Yeah, maybe good point. So who is the fool?
Please join.
You're gonna need Force stuff to get through it, aren't you? Okay, it is interesting to see other cultures use the Force like this, but it's definitely... It's cool how they're doing it. This is a prophecy. It's the Force has given it to them. They haven't reached out and made the Force do this. The Force has given it to them, and now they're trying to figure it out. That's interesting.
Shouting ain't gonna help save anybody.
How do
He's
you
a
know?
survivor of,
As captain of the honor
he
guard,
carries all the weight of the loss with him.
Couldn't have stopped the Empire.
I fought to the end. We held the palace.
How did you survive?
The bomb. When I woke up, it was all just gone. I was as good as dead, at least until Kanan found me.
Oh!
Carablast.
Oh,
I can't imagine.
This is Zeb's episode. It's beautiful.
But at least you're alive, and you've got a chance to help your people again.
Called me captain. I don't deserve to be.
Oh, his little ears are pointing down as well.
Don't fail them now.
Come on.
We are ready for your map.
Okay.
The path to Lirasan will be revealed through the fates of the three.
You need to figure out who the three are. Who are the three?
We must save the warrior and the fool. The child must show us the...
You seen anything?
The child of Lasat.
Oh!
I'm the child. I really wanted to be the warrior.
You're kind of acting like a child.
Yeah, true. Okay, so he's the child. Who's the fool and the warrior?
Your bow rifle, as the ancients used it.
The ancients? What? You've done that this whole time? What is it? What is it? A staff? Awesome. They can connect with the It's doing stuff with the hologram. This is gonna fly chopper. Oh, it's growing. It's doing something.
Systems are beyond the outer rim, in wild space.
Oh?
Not on any map.
Beyond the outer rim.
Must show us the way.
So, Zeb, what can you do? Guys, you want to go beyond the outer rim?
That's it. Dear son.
Okay, somewhere outside of the maps or anything, so the Empire cannot find it.
How far is it to Lirasan?
Well, judging by this...
Ah, what? Why?
Power down the hyperdrive. All ready to
You're going outside the I feel like dangerous space travel we're getting into. Outside of the outer rim.
There's something in our path.
What? 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 What's in your path? That looks insane. This is beautiful.
If we get any closer, the gravity field will destroy us.
Probably gonna have to go through it, aren't you?
This is what happens when we jump into uncharted space.
Yeah, but it's so cool.
This is the maze that was prophesied.
You're gonna have to go through it, aren't you?
You never said anything about a maze. You prophecy types always pull something.
Where's the full prophecy? Beeping, that's never good.
Now what?
Oh no! They followed them this far? Honda has a track on this ship, doesn't he?
Offer you a chance to surrender. An opportunity for survival.
Go into the maelstrom.
I must apologize, Ezra. I hid a tracker on that transmitter.
Come on.
You know, for insurance purposes.
It's in the chopper.
Well, thanks a lot, Hondo.
Yeah.
Callus has got us.
He plays his part as warrior.
He's the warrior! The one that destroyed Lasat.
Warriors, fools, and children, Captain. Child in you can't see how things
The
are.
child saves the warrior, so Zeb saves Callus.
But it is the warrior you are who will create one. You are never one of these.
He's all of them.
You become all of
Okay, so not Zeb saving Callus. So Zeb has to save himself, and he's also the fool.
Ezra, bring me my bow rifle.
What are you thinking, buddy?
Going into the maelstrom. I want to see it.
Just like the ancients used.
Okay, but what does it do? What is this?
Zeb!
Trust me, Hera.
What is this? Is he what?
The rebel ship is moving into the...
By itself.
Because they believe they can. Launch fighters to slow them down.
The music is beautiful, but it's the boat. The ancients use the boat. Is the thing connected to the Force? Being able to use a ship like this? Oh, and just whacking it in. Yeah, the TIE fighters are gonna get destroyed in this stuff. Oh, yep. Wow. Vaporized, basically. Oh, destroyed, disintegrated. But they are fine. This is so cool.
Open fire.
Can lasers, can that something happen to them? Nope, great, just don't get hit. Oh wait, no, they're getting pulled away. And so are you.
We'll be torn apart.
You are being torn apart.
Let them go. What? To their destruction.
They're clearly fine. They've lasted longer than you and the TIEs.
Get them next time.
No.
I will watch them be destroyed.
You won't. Oh, you poor fool. So the electricity is protecting them, or whatever that thing is.
The way through!
Good thing that thing doesn't need charging or something.
Hyperdrive is activating.
Oh, that is cool. What is this thing? I'm so confused and so I'm just like amazed. You're hyperdriving through that. It's so colorful. This is so awesome. Okay, this episode is amazing for Zeb. Wow. Like, just amazing in general, too. Can he really, like, save the future of his people? This is huge. You out? You out of it? How are you gonna get back? Is this, like, beyond the outer rim? Oh, what happened to all of you?
Zeb!
Is he good? He's breathing. They're probably pretty, electrocuted, maybe.
Never seen better. We're home.
Amazing. So, I'm confused there. What about your people? Because it's just 3 of you, and I doubt, like, you can continue your people with just the 3 of you. And, like, how would you get others here if others are alive? Or is it just these 3 that are alive?
Zeb's been down there a while. Are you sure he's coming back?
Pretty sure.
And I'd hope so, but, like, you can't blame him if he didn't. We're not going to see the planet. I want to see the planet.
Well, I'm sorry, Chopper. You're gonna have to put all of Zeb's stuff back in his room.
He stole his stuff.
Those 2 Lasat all alone on that planet?
They're not alone. There were already Lasat down there.
How?
Irisan is where my people originally came from.
Oh!
Yes, Chopper, that means there's a lot more of him.
No, don't be This is gonna be so healing for him.
Consider this system charted, which means now that the ghost has been here, we can always come back.
Okay, that is incredible.
Any other Lasat, I will show them the way.
That is insane. He found his people. Yeah, we're not gonna see it. I want to go down the planet. Of course not. Why? Oh, but that is insane. Okay, so in that episode, they just healed all of, like, a lot of Zeb's character there. He found his people and his original home. I mean, yes, he still carries the lives of the people that were lost under his care. That I don't think will ever leave him. But this is huge. This is astonishing. He's found his original, like, planet where his species is from. Gone to see that there are others down there. That he is not the last of his kind. This is just this is so transformative for his character. Like, this episode is so huge in what it does for him. Like, going through this problem, first off, finding 2 more of his species. So they're not all gone. He isn't the last one. There are still people from his planet that was destroyed, still alive. And they go through uncharted space to beyond the outer rim to this place, where he sees that not only is there a new home for his species, but the fact that they're already down there, that they are now have an ancestral home that they are welcome to come back to whenever they want. Like, his whole character has been defined by what he lost in the past. That, I think, is still relevant, but it's a lot lessened now that he's sort of healed from this. I'm hoping that this has healed him. So, yeah, because the whole idea that he would... See, just having him be in charge of, like, an army or being under protecting people, having failed that's obviously not going to go away from this. He's still going to be quite annoyed with himself and blaming himself for what happened on Lasat. But now he knows that, but from that, he would have thought that he failed everyone, his entire planet, and that he was the last species. That's no longer the case. He knows that his species is alive and that he has a home, that there's something still out there for him. Not that everything is gone, just the bit that he was directly under the care for is gone. That also means Callus no longer succeeded as much as we thought he did. He has also failed in that the Lasats still exist. Like, the cinematography of this episode and the animation, everything looks so beautiful. The hyperspace jump where all the colours and you're actually going through the maelstrom looked insane. Like, all the electricity, the force stuff going on with it. It's confusing and, like, weird, but I just love I love how weird it is. Like, first off, space travel aspect. Love the idea of going beyond what is charted, because I've heard so much about, like, how very little of the galaxy has been charted because of the hyperspace lanes and all this stuff out there, because it's space travel. It's going to be insane to deal with. And there's so much you have to sort of avoid because there's wild space. That was even referenced here with wild space. And the fact they've gone, because you had the inner rim, I guess, or like the inner systems, which I think Coruscant is in. And you have outer rims, which is like Tatooine, the stuff where the Empire is lessened, or stuff that's further away from Coruscant. And now they've gone beyond that to, I would assume, the edges of the galaxy then. If I'm kind of, in my head, I'm viewing it as a circle or a disc. So you have the Coruscant in the middle, then maybe around the outer rim of that disc you have Tatooine, all of that stuff, Lothal. Then beyond, off the edge of the disc, you have like the little stuff outside of it all, in my head, just on the edges of the actual galaxy before it just goes to the nothingness, where it's outside of a galaxy, this empty space between galaxies. So this planet is actually just on the edge there, and they've actually been able to go there, and they've actually been able to chart it, so they can go back to it whenever they want. Now that's insane to me. And just like the cinematography, them approaching the maelstrom and having the tiny ship, it reminds me of the Han Solo stuff when we got to see the giant space stuff. That's something I love about this, that when they do this sort of thing, showing the ships with the weird space stuff going on. They touched with it with bits with Clone Wars, where we saw the giant ice storm with R2-D2 and the weird toad thing. But this just took, and then we got Han Solo did amazing stuff with it, and here we get to see it again, and I love it so much. But yeah, then Hondo coming back and just being kind of a pain. So he's still stuck with the Empire, so I don't know if they'd free him. What would they do with him there? So they obviously know he has a connection to them. I would imagine he'd probably be imprisoned, maybe. I don't think he would get out of that easily. He would be under Imperial custody right now. Kind of a shame. But a little bit deserved, I'd say. This is insurance policies, which you can blame him for. So he put a tracker basically inside of Chopper on the transmitter. He's a difficult character to get your head around. I personally want him to be good and be better because I love him, but it's his nature to do this sort of thing. So yeah, I'm okay with it. It doesn't kill me that he's like this. It's just it's Hondo. But I do like his efforts to stall. He did try and stall a lot, but he can't really stall with Kallus because Kallus can just get through to the truth. But then I also loved how Ezra was so encouraging to Zeb when Zeb was having his moments where he didn't want to sort of be a part of this. He was fully in his, depression. He had fully accepted that his species is gone and that there is no hope left, that he's just not going to buy into it. Ezra comes in and actually is the one to cheer him up. Their relationship is amazing, and like what they've started off at, where Zeb was the one that abandoned him to the Empire, and now they're at this point where Ezra is encouraging Zeb to go and find his people, to go along with the thing that he thinks is a little bit embarrassing, and to actually have hope that this weirdness can lead him to, healing. And then they added the weird Force stuff as well, and that I do like how they did it here. I know, because it's gonna bring back to the Acolyte, because they kind of do the same thing, showing how different cultures use the Force. However, the Acolyte clearly showed using the dark side of the Force and the dark side tendencies to do it, and then just say that because it's how they use it, it's fine. It doesn't work. Here we get to see that they only received a vision through the Force and what they call it, and they were interpreting it. That was all they were doing. Maybe they used the Force a little bit to channel through the stuff, but it was clearly light. They weren't using dark side tendencies, and they didn't feel related to the dark side through their actions. This is a much better way to show how different cultures use the Force. These episodes were so good. I'm still on a high from just how much this did. Just starting off with Sabine and her episodes. One line of dialogue added so much to her. Death Watch, House Vizsla, Clan Wen, I guess a bit, I don't really understand what that is, but still, Vizsla, Death Watch, that's a whole thing. So that's so much to her past and how she's connected with the Mandalore. So from what I understood, she was Imperial Academy, left bounty hunter. So my biggest connections that I could make with her were just the world of bounty hunting. Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, that sort of thing. That's where she sat. This now adds connections to Darth Maul, Pre-Vizsla, all of this stuff that's just gone into it. It's made her character feel so much bigger and adds so much to, the pain that she must relate to with a lot of the other characters. We now have an understanding of what her family history is, in the sense that she's not happy about it. Her family obviously are part of Death Watch, and she must not be happy about it and not like them because she's with the rebellion. It's just so insane how much that episode did with her and just her Mandalorian self. It's just insane how much it does. Again, with the morality side of things. She's a Mandalorian, yet she's been raised by a Jedi and Hera, and she now doesn't see that killing is the first thing to do. Oh, yet she's also Death Watch. She's had so few episodes to focus on her, but the ones that have not missed at all. So now we know a bit more about her story. Being born in Death Watch and that house and Pre-Vizsla and all this, and which would have been around the end of the Clone Wars, just before the Empire started. So that would have been under the rule of Darth Maul. So her parents would have been part of that. Her parents would have been loyal to Darth Maul. Then growing up, she went to the Imperial Academy. Now, whether or not Death Watch is on board with the Empire, I am not quite sure. Because he got captured by the Republic at the end of Clone Wars, yet Death Watch was left undecided on what it was doing. Yet Mandalore got taken over by the Empire. Not quite sure what happened to Death Watch. But we know she went to the Imperial Academy. So whether or not the rift happened between her parents there, where she chose to leave Death Watch and go to the Imperial Academy, and then something bad happened and then she went to the Rebellion, Or she was always with Death Watch, went to the Imperial Academy because Death Watch were with the Empire, that was all good. Then the terrible thing happened, then she left both of them. So whatever, there's still a big jump and left thing where we still don't know what that is. But it's now giving us a much clearer picture of her past and her history and what kind of pain she has. That she's chosen to lead the Death Watch to join the rebellion. That's a huge shift. It's so insane to think about for her character. It makes me so excited for whatever she gets up to and whenever we get another focused episode on her, just from how much there is to go into now and how much she must connect to all these other things. Yeah, Kanan was also great in that episode. Love that it doesn't just focus on Sabine, but also her relationship with Kanan. Because we've gotten to see her relationship with Hera and Kanan with Ezra, so their relationships have basically been sort of separated, with mother to daughter, father to son, that sort of thing. Now we're seeing how this episode was basically Sabine's relationship to both her parents, to Hera and Kanan, and we got to strengthen the relationship specifically between Kanan and Sabine, that they are father-daughter. And I just love that, because it puts her on equal footing to Ezra's relationship to both of them. Sabine is the loner, so we've never seen her relationship with others that much. We've gotten to see far more of Ezra's relationship with Hera and Kanan, but now it feels like it's balancing out. And that she does feel like the child of both of them, especially the ending where she says how she's been raised by them. And just seeing Kanan's influence on her and having that Jedi-ness influence her to be less Mandalorian, maybe more Jedi-ish, in the sense that she's not going around killing people when the first time it presents itself. And when that is the first solution. And Zeb's episode was absolutely insane. Having him go from this character that lost his planet, that was the honor guard captain now, that failed to protect not only his army, but the royal family of Lasat, and failed tremendously in his duty, and carrying the weight of that with him this entire time, to finding 2 more of his people, and finding his ancestral home, where his people still exist. That is so insane. It's got to be so healing for his character to know that he didn't fail entirely. I mean, it's kind of difficult to think about, because yes, he did kind of still fail entirely, and I'm sure that he'll still feel that way, because those people still died and he couldn't protect them. It's not his fault, the Empire's fault, obviously, but he's not going to think that way. He's going to think he failed to protect them because they died under his care. But now we know that it isn't as strong as it once was. He thought all of them were dead and he was the last of a species. Now 2 more survived, and a whole planet's worth of them survived, which is so crazy. I mean, it completely flips him around from going from the last of his kind to one of many. And it's just, it's done wonders for his character. It makes me wonder what else they can do with him when they've already just done this. Season 2, they brought his character around basically full circle. This is the kind of thing I would assume would be at the end of his story. But like, they've just done it here, which is it's just crazy. But yeah, looking at the weird force stick thing with electricity, that's going to confuse me so much to think about. Because he used a piece of technology to connect kind of with the Force, I'd say. Messed with the hologram, controlled the ship. That is the Force. So the ancient Lasats were able to use that thing to do this sort of stuff. I don't know if it's special technology, I don't know, but I just like that it's there. It's cool. It was a really fun scene. The cinematography of the entire episode was great. The tiny ship compared to the Maelstrom, amazing, and actually flying through it, beautiful. And Ezra absolutely loved his involvement with Zeb in that episode, being the encouraging voice to him to have hope that his people can be out there and can be saved and there is a future for his species. I just love their dynamic. Going from brother, it's perfect like brother dynamic. They're easily going to be one day teasing each other, making them feel bad or punching each other or fighting each other, and to the other day supporting them and helping him feel like he isn't alone, that he can have hope in things. It's so beautifully done. I love that Ezra was the one to do that, because it would be so weird for like, I guess, Kanan and Hera to parent Zeb, because he is older and he is an adult, I think. I'd assume adult, because he was a captain of an honor guard. He's an adult, yet he's also in with the kids of this family dynamic. So it's so fun to think about where his location is within it, and this episode just helps cement the brother aspect between him and Ezra. But then again, if he's the brother, that would make him also the child of Kanan and Ezra, but that doesn't, not Kanan and Hera, and that just feels odd. I just love Ezra's role and how he was the one supporting Zeb. And just, yeah, it's amazing considering how much they've gone through, from Zeb abandoning Ezra to the Empire to now here, where Ezra is encouraging him to go and have hope and be with his people. And I have to talk about Hondo, so he's coming back, and yeah, he's just a pain as kind of normal. So they did, the last time he appeared, it made me so hopeful that he had like turned to be better. Here, it's harder to like convince myself that he is like that now. Like honestly, they use him so expertly well to bug me. In the sense that, yeah, so first off, he bought these 2 Lasats, realised, oh, they're Lasats, I can get money and sort of send them home as well, so he can make profit on it while also being good. That's okay, that's good-ish. gets them over there, but then gets caught. So then rats out to the rebels and actually brings the Empire to them. Doesn't just point them in the direction, or the wrong direction, just like sends them straight to him, but then messes with the doors to try and save him. Good. Then gets captured by Callus and leaves them straight to him because he has a tracker on their ship. Bad. It's going to be interesting to see what his fate is now, because I don't see him getting out of this situation. Callus definitely knows Hondo has a connection to the rebels, and he's on his ship with no escape. So Hondo probably is arrested after this. I don't see him walking free. But it's just his nature, isn't it? It's just him always being like the way he is, which is a shame, but it makes sense. You got to love him for it, and it's annoying. I want him to be good. In the last episode, maybe think it was, but he does what's good for himself. Yes, if it's against the Empire, you might find extra joy in it, but he will do what's best for himself when it comes down to it. So at least this was honest to his character. And then just looking at like the development and the cinematography of this episode specifically, and I guess all of them, it feels like, as for development-wise, comparing these character developments to the ones from the first half of the season, amazingly like better, I guess. Sabine's one kind of focused on smaller aspects of her. You dealt with the bounty hunter. That felt almost smaller scale. I mean, this one, I definitely prefer with just how much it does. One line of dialogue was enough to just excel her character forwards. Just dealing with the relationships as well between her and other characters, are also being her loner self. Because I like that both times she is not with all the group. She's with like one or maybe not even any of them. So it still keeps her in that loner position. Like even when she said the whole Death Watch connection, Kanan wasn't there. So I don't even know if he actually knows about that yet. He might have missed it. And then as for development with Zeb, again, amazing. So much more, I guess, development than the one with the Inquisitors. That one, he was basically just showing to be still competent and intelligent and be able to save Zeb and Sabine. Also, I guess, dealing with the children dynamic. That one feels smaller in development compared to this one, which was just absolutely insane and basically brings his story full circle, I guess. What is there left for him to do? He is basically healed. The whole thing that was defining his character is kind of done. But like the only thing left is the whole connection with Callus. Him being the one to do the order to wipe out his people. Of course, that's not going to hold as much weight now, but it's about Zeb Callus still killed the people that was under Zeb's care. That's still the connection. So he's still got that going, but the biggest part is kind of done. But then as for the cinematography, I guess for both episodes, insane. Seeing the planet be completely like kind of obliterated with Sabine's one, where it's just a giant, it looks like a mess. The planet's destroyed. I feel like we've been there because we've had planet bombs in other episodes in Clone Wars. So this could be the remnants of one of those. Then Zeb's just takes the cake. It looked so beautiful. The maelstrom, the tiny ship compared to the massive maelstrom, going through it with like hyperspace. That was just so beautiful to watch. The multicolours is so good. I just love how much it did there. It feels like they've elevated these episodes after the mid-season event. It makes me so excited for whatever's next. Like who we have next? We have Kanan, Hera, and Ezra. They'll get character development episodes next. Please say that the cinematography and development are just as good as these two. Yeah, then looking closer at what is next then. So if the first half of the season was anything to go by, we'll get episodes for Kanan, Hera, and Ezra, and I am so excited for them now. I think, honestly, I might find the character development episodes more fun than maybe the mid-season event, because I see that as the middle season event, that's far more Ezra focused. It does continue the plot, but that mainly continued the parent arc thing. It didn't do that much in terms of the larger story with the Empire and the Rebellion and all of this. That was very much focused on Ezra. It felt like a longer version of an Ezra episode. Right now, Sabine and Zeb's one, for me, kind of tops that with just how much they do and just how much they elevate the characters and the visuals of them. It makes me so excited for Kanan, Hera, and Ezra to get their next ones, just to see what it does if these are anything to go by. Hera, I feel like they could build off of her loss here against the Mandalorian, where she nearly died. I feel like that's something they could easily go off of, because it could be her more trusting nature that might need to be worked on, where she went in proposing peace to these people and nearly died because of it. She was not prepared for a fight, so that she couldn't fight against them and inevitably lost. But then again, there's also her past that would be interesting to go into, because she did mention at season 1's final that all of them had lost family. However, we haven't touched on that yet, so it'll be very interesting to see if maybe Charm Syndulla is gone, if the mum's gone, because we saw them in Bad Batch. We know they were alive during the Empire, so what actually happened to them? Maybe that can be something for Hera's next development episode. Ezra, I think his focus is just seeing how he is with the confirmation of his parents being gone. That's the biggest thing for me. I want to know what it's like for him being like the Jedi without this attachment now, just knowing his parents are with him. Plus there's also the dark and light side of things, but it feels like he's going to get most of his development during the big events of the show, being the mid-season events and the final. Kanan, I'm not quite sure where he can go next. I feel like they've done so much with him. They've dealt with his relationship with the clones, or at least a clone. And I guess his main relationship is with Ezra. Maybe his biggest development point is, again, light and dark and doing that sort of stuff. Because Ezra hasn't been taught about it. Now, it's kind of because Kanan doesn't know about it either. So maybe they can try and elevate him to become a Jedi Knight through learning the whole dark and light side of the Force. Because that's something, yeah, Kanan's is he just needs to develop as a Jedi. He's got the skill down, but not the understanding of the Force down. That is where it should develop next, I guess. That's my prediction for when he gets his development episode. Yeah, overall, these episodes were absolutely insane. Love both of them so much. These might be some of my favourite of the season so far. Sabine's getting the Death Watch thing, getting more on her through one line of dialogue. I'm going to stress that so much because it's just one little line that did so much for her character, which I just love. Then Zeb's cinematography was so beautiful, and I just hope that that can continue throughout the show. Seeing those giant space scenes, because space is beautiful when they do this sort of stuff. It's not just black background with a few white lights in the sky. They can do so much and be so creative with the weird stuff going on out there. So these episodes have set the bar for me in terms of character developments. These were so good, and I so want the rest of the characters to get stuff like this, because these were so good. Like the amount they did with Zeb as well, dealing with his people and all of this. It feels like he's full circle, and I can't wait to see where he can go next, I assume with Callus. But if it's anything like this, I know it's going to be insane. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about these two episodes in the comments, and with that, I will see you in the next one for 15 and 16. See ya!